right, why do black people hate musicals?
You know, I like musicals personally.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Why do you hate musicals?
I don't.
You like musicals?
Yeah, I do like musicals.
Why do black people hate musicals?
Black people don't hate musicals. Who said they do?
I hate musicals.
You like musicals?
Yeah, I cast Broadway shows for a long time.
Oh my God. Do you like musicals?
I'm in between. I'm very selective about my musicals. So
What's one you like?
Them. I do love Dreamgirls. I do musical music, like singing.
Do you like musicals?
I love musicals.
Okay, name some of your favorite musicals.
Dreamgirls, of course. The Wiz. Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
You're going to prison. You're going to Hair. You're back in the game.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman is absolutely a musical.
No one's arguing it's a musical. We're arguing if it's good. This is the argument. Can you name 3 musicals? Not Wicked, not Dreamgirls, not Little Shop of Horrors.
Damn, not Little Shop of Horrors. Not Dreamgirls. No, because
I think black folks love. Did I lie?
Tashina Arnold, Tisha Campbell,
yeah,
vocals, and the lady I can't remember. Lord forgive me.
3 musicals.
Kinky Boots.
Okay.
Annie.
Okay.
Hamilton.
Can you name 3 musicals? Not Dreamgirls, not Wicked, and not Little Shop of Horrors.
Damn Yankees?
Okay.
Les Mis.
Okay.
Spider-Man. They did a Spider-Man musical.
Spider-Man?
I like to say it like it's a Jewish last name.
Oh, well, you know, my cousin, the Spider-Mans.
Yes.
Can you name 3 musicals? Not Dreamgirls, not Wicked, not The Wiz, not Little Shop of Horrors.
Hamilton.
Okay.
Mean Girls.
Okay.
Lion King.
There we go. Name 3 musicals. You can't say Wicked, you can't say Little Shop, and you can't say Dreamgirls.
Hadestown.
Okay.
It's a hit. Chicago.
Okay.
Another one. And Aladdin.
All right. See, you do the work.
But I cast those.
Oh, there it is. This is all work stuff.
Cheating.
What's your favorite musicals?
I was in Heathers.
Okay.
So I'm a little biased to that.
Okay, you know some deep cuts.
I mean, it was like the one that they were doing, so I auditioned.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't choose it, but I was in it. Yeah. And what role did you play?
I was Heather Mack.
Okay.
One of the Heathers.
So you can sing and dance.
Yeah. Are you asking me to sing and
dance? No, you don't have to sing and dance.
I can if you.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me dance. What musicals do you like?
You know, my favorite movie is probably Sister Act 2.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Sister Act 2 is an absolute. Read the quote.
If you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere.
We can't sing it, please. I don't want to get sued by Whoopi Goldberg. What do you love about those musicals?
It's black people. Honestly, oftentimes the story is surviving something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what we kind of experience every day. And so, you know, just to break out into a song in that way, that's like, and I'm telling you, for instance, you know what I mean, where it's powerful and it's like you go into your real life feeling like I can push through. What
about these musicals is making you like enjoy them so much? What is it about that it gives you so much joy and happiness?
I love music. Like, I love singing.
Okay.
I know the spontaneous, like, burst into song. People are like, this is unrealistic, but like, it's a show. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
it's the point.
That's what they're putting on the show for you to enjoy it and watch it and have a good time.
Do you like musicals?
I do not.
Why?
Part of the problem for me is the transition from the characters talking to them singing. It's that ramp up. It is so cringe when you can tell they're about to start the song. That's why I'm just like, no. It's secondhand embarrassment partially.
But what if the song is good?
They're never good, Bob. How did they all learn these words to this song to be performing it now? How did people learn all this choreo? When did this happen? They rehearsed it and now they're acting like, oh, this is just completely natural? I don't believe it.
Why do black people hate musicals?
Oof. I think because we ain't got no patience.
Right?
Yeah. Like, it takes too long.
But we watched Color Purple. That movie's like 8 hours long.
Right.
We watched Titanic.
But I think the singing just throws it off. And I think black people, they don't like to venture out of the genre that they already like. When it comes to like different genres, like if we don't want to listen to it, we're not going to listen to it.
This is true.
It's just like how when Beyonce came out with Cowboy Carter, like nobody, like, I don't like country music, but it took a lot for me to like it. And she's probably the only like country music album I like.
It took Beyonce.
Yeah.
For you to give country music a listen.
Yeah.
Do you have a hard time getting black people to watch musicals?
Yes. And I don't get it at all.
How about your family? Do they like musicals?
I don't think so.
Is your family black?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You might be adopted.
Yeah. No, it was black.
When you're like, let's go watch musicals, are they like, yes?
No.
Well, have you ever tried to convince your family to watch a musical?
Yes.
They're just not interested?
No.
Why do you think we can't convince them?
Honestly, I don't know. My grandma's the biggest advocate for like, oh, I don't like when they do all that singing every 2 minutes and they got to sing everything they're thought. I'm like, for a group of people who sing like everywhere we go, like, I don't understand. I don't understand.
You go to church, they sing every 2 minutes.
Exactly.
You go to concerts, they sing every 2 minutes.
I feel like you can't take us anywhere. I feel like we're always singing something.
Right? Meanwhile, we don't like musicals.
And meanwhile.
We dance at random, all in perfect unison.
Yeah, exactly.
We sing all the time. We give the drama. Meanwhile, we don't love musicals.
Right. Now, granted, my grandma, probably the biggest, like, she will never go see a musical.
The biggest op.
Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo's biggest op. Her grandma.
And yet, if a Tyler Perry play comes on, like, she knows the word to every, like, solo.
Make it make sense.
Exactly.
Make it make sense.
Are there exceptions or are we just liars?
The only way I could get my family to watch Dreamgirls when it first came out on opening night, Christmas Day, 2006, I want to say, I had to buy everyone tickets.
That's good.
I had to bribe them. I had to pay for everyone's ticket. I had to buy my mother, my brother, my uncle, and my nephew all tickets to watch Dreamgirls, and I did this on a waiter's salary in Columbus, Georgia. And we left, and after watching this beautiful, one of literally the best movie musicals of all time, my mom looks at me and goes, that was a lot of singing. Yeah, Mom, Jennifer Hudson's in it.
And I always try and do that. I'm like, I'll get everyone's tickets. I have an AMC Stubbs membership. Let's go.
Oh, A-list?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Best deal in town.
Well, that's like when the Color Purple movie came out. Sitting in the theater, every time a song came on, they were always like, oh. The whole movie that happened.
And it was like they didn't know. And I feel like black folks felt bamboozled when they started singing. They were like, what the f*** is this?
But like, did you watch the trailer?
And also, Fantasia Barrino's in it. Do you not want her to sing? You want Fantasia to be in the movie and not sing? Why did black people turn on The Color Purple, the musical?
It got a little too lesbian. People didn't realize that part was...
But they saw the original. She's a lesbian in that one.
They didn't go into the kissing and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
I think they should have.
I tried reading the book, and it was definitely way more graphic than the movie.
They were straight up lesbians in the
Exactly.
When you were in high school, did you do any theater?
Unfortunately, yes.
Did you do any musicals?
Yeah. Well, this wasn't high school. I think junior high we did Annie.
Who were you?
I don't even remember.
You're literally
I wasn't Annie.
You're blocking it because it wasn't about me. I didn't pay attention. You've blocked this out of your mind completely.
Pretty much, yeah. It was not a pleasant experience, but you know, I was trying to get my extracurriculars up.
And you co-opted musical theater culture. So, there were people in there. It was their passion, and you just walk in and you take from people who need this.
I just needed it on my transcript.
Is that all musical theater is to you? Credits and transcripts?
Evidently, and now that I can avoid it entirely, I do.
When you are talking to other black folks and you're trying to, everyone like picking movies, and then Chicago comes on screen. When you say Chicago, how do they normally react?
I mean, I feel like some of my friends are more into it because I was in theater like in high school and stuff.
Okay.
So a lot of my friends that I grew up with also like theater, so I'll watch it together. But like other friends that I've met since high school, not so much.
The crazy thing is I went to school for theater, and even the black folks in our theater department didn't like musicals.
That's crazy.
This is insane.
I mean, this
I'm like,
is
what y'all niggas doing here? We're singing Little Shop. We're doing Lysistrata. That's what's happening today.
All the black people I know, like, they don't get what I do. When I like say I work on Broadway, they always said, "Do you mean like plays?" Always.
Yeah. They're like, no, the restaurants.
Right.
What do you think I do on Broadway? Of course I work on the plays. So you have the experience that sometimes black folks just don't like musicals.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that.
Why do you think that is?
Because it's like kind of corny,
Okay.
you know?
But are you kind of corny?
Yeah, in a good way.
Same.
Fun way.
I'm a little cheesy.
Yeah, a little
I've been
cheesy.
accused. I've been accused of being corny in my life and a little bit cheesy. Okay, let's talk about some of the more cheesy musicals. Chicago.
Love some of the songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Sound of Music.
Classic.
Kinky Boots.
Thumbs up.
The Wizard of Oz.
Love.
The Wiz.
Love.
Now let's talk about the cheesy ones.
I feel like all musicals are slightly cheesy.
If you're lactose, don't go to the theater.
But there's a difference in a Dreamgirls versus like a High School Musical.
Did you like High School Musical?
Not necessarily.
Did you watch it?
Absolutely.
Is Zac Efron a good actor?
Sure. Is he a great singer? No, because he wasn't singing.
He's watching this right now.
Oh, but he knows he wasn't singing. What?
Zach, did you know you weren't singing? Did you know that? He didn't sing those songs though, didn't he?
No, it was this guy named Drew Seeley.
Zac Efron didn't sing those songs?
No.
What? Did you see Wicked?
I did.
Thoughts?
Loved it.
What was your favorite part?
So I had never actually seen the story or known the story or anything.
Okay.
So I went in like completely blind, just knowing the songs. The one where they're Loathing. That was so
What
fun.
is this feeling?
What is this feeling?
Yeah.
I've been listening to it. I loved that scene where they're like going through and like the cafeteria and everybody's against her. Also the scene in the library where they're like spinning.
Yes.
That was crazy.
Yes. Not a very smart way to keep books.
No.
But it's magical,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really matter. So have you seen Wicked?
I have not. Actually, you know what? I have seen it on Broadway, and I was dragged.
Who took you there?
My boyfriend at the time. Maybe. Might be why we had to break up.
I mean, possibly. So how did you feel about Wicked when you were there?
I was really ready for it to be over pretty early on.
It's a long musical.
It's quite long. Yeah, I remember.
Wicked.
Just saw it.
And?
Love.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about it before I saw it, by the way.
Okay.
It's not even just the ramp up part where it's just like you hear the cadence of the speech descending into song, and I just get that 1,000-yard stare. It's also the songs don't be hitting. I feel like, listen, they call Broadway the Great White Way, and it's white with a wh in it. There's a certain style of music going on in musicals that is just inherently anti-black. It's very Caucasian.
But what about when Color Purple's there? What about when
Haven't
the Strange
seen it.
Loop is there? What about when Porgy and Bess is there? What about when the motherfucker with the hat is there?
I haven't seen any of those because I was like, oh, I don't like musicals. So
Do you like Dreamgirls?
I've only seen the movie, and it was all right.
Oh, who says Dreamgirls is all right?
I just find myself being ready for the songs to be over. I don't know what it is.
When they said Curtis was supposed to, and then Jennifer Hudson said, "Love me," you did not get a surge of like.
I will say Jennifer Hudson's "And I'm Telling You I'm Not Going" is the one exception.
Okay, what kind of stuff do you like? What name a movie you love?
I love Half Baked, starring Dave Chappelle.
Okay, hear me out. Half Baked is a musical.
How so?
Hear me out, right? They're in the house, they're all getting high. The smoke, but then the smoke starts making little music notes. Pans over to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle goes, "We're high, we're high." They're singing. Do you like it now?
I don't think so.
You know what f***ed me up when I realized? How old are you? I'm 38.
I am 35.
Okay, so you saw The Lion King. Yeah, I saw it in theaters. So Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Home Improvement played Simba.
Right.
Which is crazy. They put a musical in Africa and they cast white people. That's a conversation for a different day. He didn't sing the songs.
Wasn't that Jason Weaver?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then why didn't Jason Weaver just play Simba?
Racism?
I mean, they let James Earl Jones play Mufasa.
I guess.
Sarabi was black. I'm confusion.
You got to mix it up so that everybody will watch it. You know what I mean?
So
if it was the all black Lion King,
which they did make one.
not really.
Except the Timon and Pumbaa were Seth Rogen and Billy on the Street.
Not all black.
Even everyone in Tyler Perry movies ain't black. Sofia Vergara be in them.
No, there's normally like one, you know what I mean?
But we still call it a black film.
Because it is.
So Lion King was a black film, even though it was written by a British guy.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we will allow Lion King to be a black film. Yes. Okay, I'm going to name some movies. Tell me, is it a black film, okay? The Wiz.
Absolutely.
Dreamgirls.
Yes.
Little Shop of Horrors.
It is biracial.
Okay.
You understand?
This is blackish.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Kenya Barris. Kenya Barris. There we go.
Yeah.
Has there been a movie musical that you were like, this one is not too bad? Like this one?
Actually,
not just
yes.
Okay, what is it?
South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut.
What about this?
I think because the songs were so irreverent and funny that it made fun of the very premise of the musical.
Okay.
By throwing in lots of F words and just raunchiness, that resonated with me because it was sending up, lambasting, if you will, the musical itself, and that I with.
So you need acknowledgement that it's cheesy.
Yes.
You need to know that the people doing it know that the people watching it
We're
think
hitting
it's
on
cheesy.
something here. It's the lack of self-awareness.
Got it.
That where I'm just like, y'all know y'all look crazy, right?
Can you tell me what the Sound of Music's about?
No. Oh, no.
But based off the name, what do you think Sound of Music's about, if you had to guess?
It's a bunch of like singers
Okay.
trying to like sing.
Okay, they're singing, and what,
Yeah.
what are they trying to achieve?
Try to be like musicalists. I
Yes,
don't know,
okay.
musicians.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And where do you think it takes place?
America.
Yes.
I get this correct. Oh my god. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Based off the title, what do you think the Sound of Music is about?
I can see images of the white lady in the milkmaid outfit.
There is a white lady.
And she running through the hills in the forest, spreading the good news about the Sound of Music to animals.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like Snow White. You know, Snow White has the
Yes.
Yeah, she sings to animals.
The chipmunks and stuff and the dwarves.
Chipmunks and Dwarves, yeah.
Is that I don't?
No, that's it. That's Sound of Music.
I don't. Okay.
No, you nailed it.
I trust you.
And that was your first mistake. It's actually about Germany. It actually is. It's about Germany.
Work.
Yeah. Can you please tell me what The Wiz is about?
The Wiz is actually the best version of that whole thing, let me just say. And it is about this girl who's chasing her dog, and then she, realizes that she's lonely and she wants to go back home. So she's like trying to get home, and then she meets these homeless people who like
I'm screaming. Who would you cast in the current Wiz?
So my Dorothy, I don't even know if she's still like doing things, but have you ever seen Fantasia's movie?
Which one?
Life is Not a Fairy Tale. It was like a movie that came out like right after she did Lifetime.
I've not seen it, no.
She had a biopic on Lifetime where there was a little girl that played her. Her name was Jamia, and then Fantasia played herself from like middle school up.
Got it.
But anyway, the little girl Jamia,
okay,
at this point, it's probably around like maybe 18 or so.
Shout out to Jamia.
She's an incredible singer. I would actually choose her. I'm
gonna give Dorothy to Normani.
Oh wow.
Welcome back, Normani.
Okay. I would top your Normani with Coco Jones.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. I'm going to give the Lion Hear Me Out.
Okay.
Usher. I know that sounds crazy.
I would give Usher to Tin Man.
Okay, Usher could be that's the obvious choice.
True.
That's the obvious choice.
Neo did it in the reboot.
And Eveline is gonna be Patti LaBelle.
Interesting. Yeah, Mary did it in the live one.
I know, but she hit him with a don't nobody tell me. I was like, girl, okay, Mary. Can you tell me what Rent is about? Try your best.
I know it's not about paying the rent. It seems to be a bunch of hippies.
Okay.
Directly impacted by the 90s AIDS crisis.
Okay.
I guess there's the implied socioeconomic difficulties that come with being a queer person in the 90s during the AIDS crisis, but do they even discuss rent once? I can't even.
They do, yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, then I just look ridiculous, don't I? All I remember is that song, like 525,600 minutes.
And you have them to thank. Now you know how many minutes in a year.
Growing up in New York, I tell you could not, even if you didn't see it, you knew that song.
I'm going to pitch something to you.
Okay.
Tell me your thoughts.
Okay.
Hunger Games, the musical.
I've actually never seen that. Sorry.
You've never seen Hunger Games?
My ancestors were slaves, so I don't really, we lived Hunger Games. I don't really need to.
This is fair. This is valid. How about Roots, the musical?
Would that be like the prequel to Hamilton?
It would. I think it would. I think that's exactly what's happening in Roots. Can I just pitch a rap name to you?
Okay.
Kente.
Wow, that's actually really cool. That would be a cool album title too.
Kente. Yo, check out my new album, Kente, available right now
by Bob the Stud Queen.
Exactly, Bob the Stud Queen. What is Cabaret about?
From what I remember, something about like Germany, right?
Yes, yeah, there's Germany
something
in there,
like
yeah.
Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nazi Germany.
Them like, I don't know, the revolution, something like that.
I wouldn't call it the revolution. I would call it World War II.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're revolutionizing them for sure. Do you know what it's about?
No.
Based off the name.
Somebody's getting evicted.
Okay, that actually is true.
Is there HIV involved?
There is a little bit of HIV in there. Let's just say, baby, now we got bad blood.
Oh, my Lord. Okay, those are the two things that. And then the song about how many minutes.
And say it with me. Germany. Can you please explain The Music Man?
I only know The Music Man is a scammer, and I know this because of a Simpsons episode.
You know a lot about musicals.
Conan O'Brien used to be a writer for The Simpsons when it was still good, and he did a whole episode about this monorail scam artist that he said in an interview is based on The Music Man. So that's the only reason I know that The Music Man is about like a shyster scam artist kind of guy.
What do you think Cabaret's about?
I would hope Dances in a Cabaret.
Okay, yeah.
In that one too?
Yeah, Germany.
Got to deal with that one too?
Yeah, Germany.
What
do you think The Producers is about?
Okay, so I actually have seen the movie Producers, I think, so I can kind of pick it apart. They were trying to make a bad movie about
What is going on today?
How about all black productions of typically white musicals? For example, Pearl Bailey did a production of Hello Dolly.
That's really cool, but I mean, Hello Dolly at its heart is still not But
for example, the Dreamgirls was not written by black people.
No,
that music was written by white people.
Well, they got the credit, but the Sheryl Lee Ralphs and the Jennifer Hollidays and those people
and the Loretta Devines
helped develop it, and they didn't get credit.
This is we're trying to take down the writers of.
I mean, I'm just speaking the truth.
Do you want to speak to the camera and tell the writers of Dreamgirls any messages?
Wow. Effie really should have started shooting at some point.
We're rewriting.
We're rewriting because
Curtis was the poster.
Exactly. When they said Effie, we all got paid, she should have just.
She'd be like, "Oh, you're gonna have pain. You want pain? Let's feel pain."
Absolutely.
Honestly, imagine the rewrite. Set It Off meets Dreamgirls.
Set It Off meets Dreamgirls.
Queen Latifah.
You know that they have
Effie.
a Set It Off musical?
No.
I swear to God, they have a Set It Off musical.
And what happens when Queen Latifah characters die?
I've never seen it, but I wouldn't go see it, but
But see, black people, we're not mad when they're lesbians because we love Queen Latifah and Set It Off.
See, but I think...
And she was not just... She was an uber lesbian.
Why would you...
I don't think she knew the cameras were rolling.
I think people are okay with black people being gay as long as they don't fully say. You know what I mean? It was like, we kind of know Luther Vandross, but then when somebody says it, they're like, oh!
Are we outing Luther Vandross?
No, Patti LaBelle did. It wasn't me. I'm so sorry.
Patty, that was on you.
That was on you, Patty. That wasn't on me.
But I mean, he was up there in pointy-toe shoes and a sparkly suit.
Absolutely.
You're either a magician or
oh my God, ball.
And he wasn't doing magic tricks.
He was, actually. I'm sure.
Vocal magic. Vocal magic, for sure. Describe the plot to Kinky Boots.
I have no idea.
Just try. What do you think? What do you think Kinky Boots is about?
I'm gonna guess it's about someone with a foot fetish.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Who is trying to perhaps pay rent? I don't know. Now
God.
I'm
Have you seen it?
No.
Okay.
I'm just going back to the other musical we just talked about. Someone is using, they're doing only boots perhaps and trying to earn that money online. Well, no, this would be pre-internet, isn't it? Because Kinky Boots is an old one. I just know Billy Porter was in there. So
did he have a foot fetish or was he?
I think that he's using other people's foot fetishes to fund his rent and other needs.
Yes, that is exactly what Kinky Boots is about. You nailed it. Okay, I'm gonna name some actors, and you have to tell me if you know anything about them. Okay?
Okay.
Patti LuPone.
Yes.
What does she look like?
White lady, kind of short. I've never seen any of the plays she's been in, but I think she's like a Broadway legend.
Oh yeah.
Not like a Bob.
Okay.
That's the one that's like, because I hate the her just talking about Trump.
Yes. Okay, you actually do know her.
Was she in Pose?
Yes. Okay. Lillias White.
No.
Okay. Jennifer Holliday.
Yes.
Okay. Joel Grey.
No.
Norm Lewis.
No.
Liza Minnelli.
Yes.
Judy Garland.
Yes.
Never been in a Broadway musical. I tricked you on that one.
Honestly, a lot of those are referenced on Drag Race, so I kind of feel like I have to who is this?
Patti LuPone.
Didn't Plasma do her for Snatch Game?
Okay, we have a reference. here. How about Sheryl Lee Ralph?
Oh yeah, icon.
Okay,
love Sheryl. But one of the original Dreamgirls.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, how about?
I know her from Moesha though.
How about Lillias White? Ben Vereen.
Oh, icon.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Joel Grey. I'm gonna give you a real softball, and if you don't say you know this person, I'm literally leaving.
Oh no.
Liza Minnelli.
Oh, Liza with a Z?
With a Z, yes.
Of course.
Okay, there we go. We found some common ground. Okay, I'm gonna name some people.
Okay.
You tell me if you know who they are, okay? Lillias White.
Yeah, she's super awesome. She played Effie. I think she played Effie.
Yes! Yeah. Oh my God, we finally got someone to know Lillias White.
She's a great vocalist. Amazing.
Ben Vereen.
That sounds familiar.
Ben Vereen is...
Wait, is he black?
He's black.
Yeah. I can picture him, but I can't say why.
Do you remember Zoobilee Zoo?
No. What is that?
He was the lion in Zoobilee Zoo.
Okay, I don't know.
If you know, you know. The girls who get it.
Wait, but I feel like he was in a TV show, but I can't play.
He's been in quite a few.
Okay.
He was a Fosse girly.
Okay.
But straight, though.
Oh.
Norm Lewis.
No.
Liza Minnelli.
Yes, she was friends with Michael Jackson. She was at the one concert.
That is how people know Liza Minnelli.
Absolutely.
You know, Michael Jackson friend. She was with Bubbles, hanging out with Bubbles.
Yep.
Idina Menzel.
Absolutely, of course.
Kristen Chenoweth.
Yes, she's in, it's like my favorite show that got stolen. What's it called? Good Christian Bells.
Good Christian.
That?
Good Christian.
Was that what it was called?
It was based on a book called Good Christian.
Got it.
But the show is GCB,
Right.
and I think they couldn't throw around
Right.
ABC. So yeah,
those
for sure.
those saved white ladies were very upset about that show.
Yes,
It got removed.
Oh wow, well, they were mad about it.
Yeah, they got it canceled.
Because they got exposed.
Well, I guess because it wasn't showing them in the light that they wanted to be shown in.
But it was the light they need to be shown in.
It was their truth.
Audrey McDonald.
I know the name. Don't know.
What do you think she looks like?
I would assume black.
Black lady, yeah.
Black hair?
Well, the most black people.
I mean, some be going blonde, brown.
Some do.
I mean, but if you're on Broadway, you probably got to stick to black.
Yeah, for
but,
sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard the name.
And Lin-Manuel Miranda. You know what he looks like?
Yes. I don't know what descent of Latino.
He's Hispanic.
But he's like light skinned, shortish. I know him if I see him.
Okay. Oh my God.
No.
You didn't. You would have gagged. Lin-Manuel Miranda, come on out.
What are you doing here?
We're here, but you can't. So how much do you know about Little Shop?
I'm about to play myself because I actually really enjoy Little Shop, the movie.
Did I tell you black people like Little Shop? I don't know what it is. Black people like Little Shop. It's our exception. Why do black people love Little Shop so much? What is it about this musical?
It's Tashina and Tisha for sure. And I don't remember the other young ladies.
I know it's hard to remember.
Yeah, but she's awesome too.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely like the black singing.
That's Levi Stubbs. The plant.
Oh, true. But it is him too. It is him too.
Yeah.
It is him too, yeah.
Poor Levi. Levi, listen, I got you, man. Levi, I'm shouting you out.
But I mean, Tisha and Tashina like continue to do things. I mean, they're still here. So like, you know what I mean?
Okay, wow, he died.
We still.
You act like he bowed out of the business on purpose.
I don't know what it, and I have always framed it that way, where it's like Little Shop is the one, well, aside from South Park apparently, that I will do. And I think it's because Steve Martin is so insane in that movie.
He's very good at it.
I mean, it's just such an over the top. And again, I feel like this is one of those situations where there's a level of self-awareness. They know it's goofy. They know it's over the top. So we're on the same page.
This is true. Ellen Green does a great job at being like really over the top. The dentist is obviously doing the
and
most.
Audrey too.
Do you like Little Shop of Horrors?
No.
You don't like Little Shop?
No.
What's wrong with Little Shop?
I'm just not I'm not a musical. I'm not into it.
But
like,
you do love music.
Yeah, I do love music.
And you do love movies.
Right.
You,
There you
but
go.
you don't like,
But I don't like music.
When you combine the two, you can't.
It's too much. It's too much. It's just like, it depends on like, I love Hamilton. So it's like, I need that type of.
What is it about Hamilton that brings you in?
I think it was because the writing,
okay,
and then like the style of the music. It was just like a mix of like R&B, hip hop, and I think the story was really well written. So yeah.
Dreamgirls.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely. I was listening to it on the way here.
Which song?
I Am Changing. It's hitting the high notes.
Original Broadway or the movie?
The movie.
Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson's great.
No, Jennifer Hudson killed. I mean, yeah.
Jennifer Holiday's amazing too.
Yeah, but
you're a HUD girl.
Yeah.
That's
just
fair.
a little bit.
That's fair. Okay, how do you feel about Still Magnolias, the musical?
That's a little sad, isn't it?
Yeah, but musicals get sad.
But is it like the new one? Wasn't there like a new one?
There was one with there was a black Still Magnolias.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Alfred Woodard, I believe.
Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
would watch that.
I think Felicia Rashad.
I think so. Might just be throwing people in there.
Did you see Jingle Jangle?
I started it.
No one has finished Jingle Jangle.
Quite jangle for me.
But listen,
maybe I'll watch it again.
It's black. It's musical. What about Jingle Jangle turns you off?
I don't know. I almost want to say it was like overproduced. Like it was like very shiny and like, I don't know. I like my Christmas movies with a little bit of a like, we barely were able to make this.
Got it. Okay,
you know what I mean? Like A Diva's Christmas Carol. Very, you know what I mean? Very.
Is this
like,
the one with Vanessa Williams?
Yes, absolutely.
Where she's Scrooge McDuck.
Ebony Scrooge.
Or not Scrooge McDuck.
Yes.
Ebony Scrooge.
Yes.
Ebenezer Scrooge, but she was Ebony Scrooge.
Yeah.
Was that a musical?
I would kind of consider it one.
Now you know she can sing.
Absolutely. Well, she sung in the movie. So in the movie, she's in a group with Chili, who dies in a car accident.
Wait, actual Chili?
Yeah, actually. Have you not seen it?
No, TLC Chili?
Wow. Yes.
Chili's in.
Chili, yeah, she like plays a ghost because she died in a car accident.
I was thinking Left Eye.
Well,
because she died for real. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Why?
How did Left Eye die?
In a car accident.
It was a car accident.
Yes.
They would actually. That's crazy to cast.
But I think it was before. We're
just gonna give him that.
I feel like it was before.
Who are you in Wicked?
I'd hate to say that I'm the good witch.
You're Glinda. We're all Glinda. We all want to be Elphaba, but
listen,
it takes a true bad to be Elphaba, and I don't mean like I'm a bad. I mean, like, I want to ruin everything. Like, I will disrupt the system. We're going to both say who you are in Wicked on the count of 3. I want you to think of who you are. I'm going to think of who I think you are. And we're both going to say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Glinda. Yeah, obviously, yeah.
I want to be an Elphaba so bad, but I'm not.
We all want to be an Elphaba. When push comes to shove, you don't want to. You're not ready to live that Elphaba life.
Yeah, I don't know if I am.
When it comes time for everyone to turn against you and you have to like defend yourself and you have to be green and everyone hates you, you don't want to be an Elphaba.
That's true.
Why do you think you're a Glinda?
Because I'm so pretty. No.
I mean, you can't argue with results, people.
I think because I come off really like sweet and like innocent, I guess. I don't know.
We all want to be Elphaba. You're at home, you're watching. You're not. You're not.
Sorry.
You're Glinda.
We're all Glinda.